technology.
So hell yeah, let's talk about some technology. Big question I've always wondered is how things will change from the past to the future. Sometimes you can chart it, it's linear. My question is, what will porn be in the next 10 to 20 years? In the 50s and 60s it was tame. It was like, sometimes they wore masks, sometimes they were, anyway, it was always tame and gentle. There was some weird stuff, but it wasn't mainstream. In the 70s and 80s, even the obscene stuff was still very vanilla. And that's okay, I like vanilla. But I also like some chocolate. 90s got a bit interesting with the advent of the internet, but there weren't that many people on, so things didn't really take off. But the aughts brought the oddness of the 90s into the mainstream. Every fetish and flavor. Even poo stuff came normally and naturally. Good luck finding a woman who isn't shaved, and when you do, good luck finding one who doesn't have a bush the size of George W. 20 teens, those people in their 20s and teens, to them, mainstream is what us older folks might consider odd as hell. So nowadays, when a youngster makes love for the first time, odds are they're going to do it like a porn star with porn star weirdness. Yeah, it's my first time, but I'm going to smack it up, flip it, throw it around a bit, get all crazy. So the Moore's Law of porn doubling says that it's doubling in weirdness every 69 months. Now that's not just a number I made up, it's one I slowly came up with for comedic effect. So what will the future bring? I don't know, you don't know, nobody knows, but I have some guesses and I'd like to share them with you now. And if this segment goes well, I'd like to do more of these segments in the future, because this thought exercise has actually been really fun and rewarding for me. One of the things I envision, nipple penetrating. Now, I don't just mean, like stabbing a nipple, not like dust mite style sex, though I, believe me, could go on for days about that. No, I mean like find a big old nipple and poke it with the pinky, the wiener, a bigger nipple, all the hits. That's going to be a thing. Prolapse docking. So I don't know if you know what docking is, but it's when one man takes his floppy turtleneck of his penis and pulls it over another man's penis. So that's docking. Prolapse docking would be pulling your foreskin over the... Anyway, I don't want to ruin the surprise. How about waxed eyebrow porn? Not eyebrows, just one eyebrow. I don't know why, but, it's one of those things the kids are going to be all about. You'll see. What else? How about boob knotting and poking? Yeah, that could be a thing. Get them floppies in a row, knot them up, grease them, do your biz. Herd immunoherpy parties. That's a thing, right? It's gotta be. Where you get your younger partners together and expose them to herpes so they can all gather immunity. I mean, it doesn't work that way, but at least then they'll know they have to be on Valtrex, for Christing out loud. Testy keistering. It's where you take your testes and, you put them in a keister. That already exists, by the way. I googled it. It's not pretty, but it is funny. And I'm not saying it's new. I'm saying in the future it'll actually go mainstream. Boob transplant punching by night vision. See, that's the thing. You got to think outside the box. This box is not going to have it. It's just going to be boob transplant punching by night vision. Fistula fisting. Why not? If you don't know what a fistula is, Google it. And then imagine someone fisting it for arousal and get ready to be sick. But this is going to be normal soon. There'll be inoculate fashion, amputee fashion, third arm fashion. Why not? All of it's going to be good. Prehensile penis wrestling. It's like arm wrestling, except with penises that have been modified to grapple one another and, just kind of tear them down. Just kind of see who wins. Colostomy painting. Yeah, fingers maybe, finger painting, sure. But with distended roid clit dongs for sure. Could you imagine that? Colostomy painting with a big old peppercini of a roided out lady clit dong. Straight conversion therapy, but not therapy so much as the rapey, which is spelled the same way, you just have to add a space. Ass pennies. Now, I know there was a motivational speech about that some time back, thanks to Upright Citizens Brigade, but this will not just become a way of commanding power over your enemies, but a better way of actually getting to where you're going. Shart regargling. Not gargling, regargling. And if you don't know what a shart is, you do not want to know what shart regargling is. Ball canaling? We could try that one. Not you and I. I mean, again, send pictures, but I don't think we can do this. The ball canal is the almost immeasurably small canal through which the testicles descend in a male. Usually, by the time he watches this podcast, but, So, ball canaling could be... It could be a number of things, and I don't want to go into details because the more vague I am, like Nostradamus, the closer to right I will be. Barely centenarian. Forget barely 18. That's old hat. 18-year-olds come around every day. 100-year-olds? No, that's new. That's different. So with the barely centenarians, we're talking women in their hundreds, 101s, and it's risque because, first of all, it's so hard to look at, but also because of the very real risk of breaking a hip or having a complete cerebral failure mid-coitus. I mean, if anyone can do the DVDA, surely it's the centenarians. I mean, they've had some time to get in shape for this event. Lesbian deathmatch shark gargling. See? I just come up with these things. These are all good. These things are going to be the future. This is what porn is taking us to. So that's the future. Mock my words. These things will all come to pass. That's it for technology. Stay tuned for the next segment, which is about blah, blah, blah. I'm probably not even going to fix that in post. God damn, it's hot in here. All right, that's it.